Dear students, welcome to this class of Fluid Dynamics. Myself, Dr. Neelmani Gupta, Associate Professor, Government Dungar College, Bikaner, Rajasthan. In previous lectures, we studied about streamlines, path lines, and different kinds of fluid motion. In this lecture, we will study about equation of continuity. So, what is equation of continuity? Equation of continuity is the mathematical expression or form of the law of conservation of mass. Means the fluid mass can neither created nor destroyed. Equation of continuity is the characteristic of motion of any fluid. The equation of continuity expresses the fact that the increase in the mass of the fluid within any closed surface drawn in the fluid in any time must be equal to the excess of the mass that flows in over the mass that flows out. Now, by Euler's method, what is equation of continuity? So, consider a fixed closed surface S enclosing volume V in the fluid. Fixed means the imagined surface retains its position in space irrespective of the fluid motion itself. No fluid is created or destroyed inside the surface. Let rho be the density of the fluid. If n small n be the unit outward drawn normal at a surface element delta s, then the increase in the mass of the fluid per unit time inside the surface delta s is minus of q dot n cap into delta s into rho, where q is fluid velocity. So, mass of the fluid entering s in unit time is equal to surface integral with negative sign q dot n into rho ds over the surface S. This can be write down as volume integral with negative sign divergence of rho q dv taken over the volume V enclosed by the surface S by Gauss's divergence theorem. Here surface integral is converted into volume integral by Gauss's divergence theorem. Now, the mass of the fluid within the volume V is equal to volume integral rho dV. Hence, rate of increase of mass within V is equal to del by del T sine of integration or volume integral rho dV. This is increase of mass per unit of time. This must be equal to volume integral with negative sign divergence of rho q dv, because equation of continuity implies that the rate of increase of mass within V is equal to mass of the fluid entering S in unit time. So, when we equate these expressions, we have volume integral del rho by del T of dV is equal to minus of volume integral divergence of rho q dV, or this can be write down as volume integral of del rho by del T plus divergence of rho q dV equal to 0. Since S is arbitrary, so V is also arbitrary, and this expression is true for all values of V. Hence, we have del rho by del T plus divergence of rho q equal to 0. or this can be written down as del rho by del t plus del dot of rho q equal to 0, and this is required equation of continuity by Euler's method. Now this expression may be written as del rho by del t plus rho del dot q plus q dot del rho is equal to 0, or del rho by del t plus rho divergence of q plus q gradient of rho equal to 0. This can be written down as d rho by dt plus rho divergence of q equal to 0, where d by dt denotes differentiation following the motion. In case of steady flow, del rho by del t equal to 0, then equation 1 becomes del dot of rho q equal to 0. For incompressible fluids, rho does not vary either with time or with position, hence d rho by dt equal to 0 means rho is constant, and then equation of 2 becomes rho divergence of q equal to 0, but rho is not equal to 0, hence divergence of q equal to 0. Next is equation of continuity in Cartesian coordinates. Consider an elemental parallelepiped of dimensions delta x, delta y, delta z through which fluid is flowing. Let x, y, z be the coordinates of the point A, and let UVW, small UVW, be the velocity components at time t at this point along the axes. Now mass flow rate, that is the mass of the fluid that passes in unit time across the phase A, B, C, D along x axis, that is equal to area of the phase into density into velocity. Now area of this phase A, B, C, D is delta y and delta z. Along x axis velocity component is u and density is rho. So overall mass flow rate, that is the mass of the fluid that passes in unit time across this space, will be delta y delta z into u into rho. Suppose this is equal to function of x, y, z, and suppose this is equation number 1. Now mass of the fluid that passes out through the phase A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, which is at a distance delta x from the phase A, B, C, D. So mass of the fluid that passes out from this phase will be f of x plus delta x y z. Now expanding by Taylor's theorem, we have f of x y z plus delta x into del by del x of f of x y z, and so on. Neglecting higher order terms of delta x, we have f of x y z plus delta x into del by del x of f of x y z. Therefore the axis of flow in over flow out in unit time is equal to mass that enters in through phase ABCD minus mass that leaves through A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. So substituting these values, we have mass that enters in through ABCD is f of x y z, and mass that leaves through A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash is f of x y z plus delta x into del by del x of f of x y z. So this result gives minus delta x del by del x of f of x y z. Now substituting the value of f of x y z by equation number 1, we have minus delta x del by del x of rho u delta y delta z. Differentiating partially with respect to x, we have minus delta x, delta y, delta z, del by del x of rho u, and suppose this is equation number 2. Similarly, axis of flow in over flow out from faces B, C, C dash, B dash, A dash, D dash, D, and A, B, B dash, A dash, C, C dash, D dash, D are respectively. This is along y axis and this is along z axis. So, axis of flow in over flow out along y axis is minus delta y rho del by del y of rho v del x del z, or this can be written as minus delta x, delta y, delta z, del by del y of rho v. This is axis of flow in over flow out along y axis, and minus delta x, delta y, delta z, del by del z of rho w. This is axis of flow in over flow out along z axis. Suppose this is equation number 3. Now, the total mass in the parallelepiped is density into volume. So, density is rho and volume of the parallelepiped is delta x, delta y, delta z. So, total mass in the parallelepiped will be rho into delta x, delta y, delta z. So, increase in the mass of the parallelepiped in unit time, that is del by del t of rho delta x, delta y, delta z, and this is equal to delta x, delta y, delta z, del rho by del t, and this is suppose equation number 4. So, the increase in mass is equal to total axis of flow in over flow out from all faces. This is equation of continuity's result. That means increase in the mass of the parallelepiped is equal to total axis of flow in over flow out from all faces. So, substituting these values, we have delta x, delta y, delta z, del rho by del t. This is increase in the mass of the parallelepiped and is equal to minus delta x, delta y, delta z, del by del x of rho u plus del by del y of rho v plus del by del z of rho w. This is total axis of flow in over flow out from all faces. So, simplifying this, we have del rho by del t plus del by del x of rho u plus del by del y of rho v plus del by del z of rho w equal to 0, and this is required equation of continuity in Cartesian coordinates. Now, this equation can be written as, if we differentiate these terms, we get del rho by del t plus u del rho by del x plus v del rho by del y plus w del rho by del z plus rho times of del u by del x plus del v by del y plus del w by del z equal to 0. And this expression can be written down as d rho by dt. So, this is d rho by dt plus rho times of del u by del x plus del v by del y plus del w by del z equal to 0. Now, for incompressible fluid, rho is constant. So, d rho by dt will be 0, and as rho is not equal to 0, we have del u by del x plus del v by del y plus del w by del z equal to 0. So, this is required equation of continuity for incompressible fluids. Now, we take one problem. Problem is, show that if u is equal to minus 2xyz upon x square plus y square का whole square, v is equal to x square minus y square into z upon x square plus y square whole square, w is equal to y upon x square plus y square, are the velocity components of a possible liquid motion. Is this motion irrotational? First of all, we have to show that these u, v, w are the velocity components of a possible liquid motion. A liquid motion is only possible when the velocity components satisfy the equation of continuity. Here we assume that the motion is incompressible, for which rho is constant. Also, if the motion is steady, then the reduced equation of continuity will be del u by del x plus del v by del y plus del w by del z equal to 0. Now, we have given u, v, w. So, accordingly, first of all we differentiate partially u with respect to x, we have del u by del x is equal to 2yz into 3x square minus y square upon x square plus y square whole cube. Similarly, when we differentiate partially v with respect to y, we have del v by del y is equal to 2yz into y square minus 3x square upon x square plus y square whole cube. And similarly, when we differentiate w with respect to z, we get del w by del z equal to 0. So, when we substitute these three values in the equation of continuity, the equation of continuity is satisfied, and hence the flow is possible or the fluid motion is possible. Now we have to show that the motion is irrotational. If the motion is irrotational, then del cross q must be 0, and del cross q equal to 0 gives the result del w by del y equal to del v by del z, del u by del z equal to del w by del x, and del v by del x equal to del u by del y. Means for the motion to be irrotational, we must show these results equal. So again we differentiate w partially with respect to y, we get del w by del y as x square minus y square upon x square plus y square whole square, and this is also del v by del z. Similarly, when we differentiate u partially with respect to z, we get del u by del z equal to minus 2xy upon x square plus y square whole square, and this is also equal to del w by del x. And lastly, when we differentiate partially with v with respect to x, we get del v by del x equal to minus 2x z of x square minus 3y square upon x square plus y square whole cube, and this is also equal to del u by del y. So all the three results are same. So this motion is irrotational, means here we have proved del cross q equal to 0, so the given motion is irrotational.